Steven?
I'm a big fan of Star Wars and Disney, but what do you think of George selling Star Wars to Disney?
Well, if someone offered me $2 billion for something like that, I might sell it, even if it was Star Wars. There's something weirdly organic about it, even though when I try to imagine the support groups with myself and the other princesses, I have a tough time with that, you know. Oh, wake Sleeping Beauty up. The bitch is always sleeping, you know? Drown the Little Mermaid, whatever it is. So, I don't know, it's odd on that level but it does reflect the sort of fairy tale of our times. And I think that that's an important thing that George did. And so I think, you know, Disney buying it, you know, acknowledges that very thing. Acknowledges that George is altogether the Brothers Grimm. He's 2 Grimms in 1. So, I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing me in more. I'd like to be a ride. And I don't, that is not a euphemism. But, you know, there's a part of you that wants it to sort of, you know, stay unto itself and just always be Star Wars all apart from. But, you know, I think it's time that we grow up and move on. And if moving on makes us go to Disneyland, then I'm all for it.
All right, staying in the same general area, just a little bit closer to you.
Hi, since you're the daughter of 2 celebrities, I was just wondering if it was when you became a celebrity yourself, since you grew up kind of with knowing kind of what it's like, was there anything about being a celebrity yourself that surprised you?
That's a good question. Not that the other ones were. Well, the thing is, in a way, no. I mean, I never went into show business. You know, I never got to think, ooh, that'll be cool to be an actress, and I could go and be on a set. And so it wasn't other to me. That thing that's extraordinary to a lot of people was ordinary to me. I don't think I ever imagined. I was very insecure, and I don't think that I imagined that I could ever do something like that. I don't think I wanted to. I thought of my mother as being this beautiful woman, and I didn't look like her. Even when her hairdresser put her wig on me, I thought that was going to turn it around. And it didn't. You know how kids do stuff like that? You make decisions when you're really, really short that might change when you're taller. So I didn't want to go, I wanted to be a writer. I didn't want to go, well, I couldn't want to go into show business. I was in. The neater trick would have been to get out. And I didn't turn that trick.
Right here in front of you. Hi, Carrie. Thanks for coming back to Canada. I missed you a couple of years back when you were here, so thank you very much.
I miss you too.
I'm sure that you have conversations with other members from the original series, but I'm wondering if that has increased since the release of the 7th movie. Have you been talking with old members like Peter or...
The release of what?
The 7th movie.
The announcement of the 7th movie. They haven't even started shooting
out?
An announcement, sorry.
No, it wouldn't. It would change what we talked about maybe, but it wouldn't change how much we saw each other. That's usually just you run into each other a lot or a little as life sort of arranges it. So we're not sort of meeting in corners and saying, so what do you hear? I saw you on Conan. Did you really mean you were going to sell something for $1,000? Did you really feel that you were married to Chewbacca? So no. It's the long version of no.
All right, we're just down here on your left.
Hi, again, as everyone said, thank you for coming. It's great Great thing. My question is, there's a fairly heated debate whether the Star Wars movie should be watched 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do you have an opinion on that subject?
You don't want to go there.
I do.
Well, I'm going to be, you know, particular. I'm going to be loyal to my 3. So you watch 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, but I'm a big fan of George's in general and in private and in corporal. But and I'm a huge fan of Ewan and Samuel. You know, those are all, they have their own values, so it's a different thing. And so you can watch 1, 2, and 3. Go on. I won't dislike you for it. It'll be disloyal, but you're old enough to make your own decisions.
We got time for a couple more questions. There's one.
Hi, thank you for coming. I wanted to ask a question about Postcards from the Edge. When you wrote the book, did you think that it would ever become a screenplay? And what was the process like of turning it from a book into something that somebody was going to see on a screen?
There was absolutely no way that I saw it as a screenplay. The book is completely different than the movie. I know, it's almost over. And there was really, it had a couple of pages. There was a scene about the mother and the daughter, the mother. And so I kind of tried to adapt what I had there, and I wrote one scene with the mother and the daughter, and they said, why don't you have more scenes like this? And I said, well, then tell me what this is about. So it ended up being about the mother and the daughter. But the book was nothing like that. It was about there were some scenes from that were very much like the book in the drug rehab and so on. But there was nothing in the book about, oh, go on and say it, my mom. And so, you know, it was really a tough process. I tried to quit several times. I was very again, you know, but I was 30 or some sad thing like that. And so I just felt like you should get someone professional to do this. I don't know how to write screenplays, but it is sort of that thing if you don't know how to do it until you do it, and until someone has you do it over and over again. But at the end of the day, it was something that I did stick with, and because I was working with some people that were so talented, I mean, there's hardly anyone I admire more than Mike Nichols, and so I really learned a lot doing that.
All right, for our last question, we're here in the middle.
Hi Carrie, thanks for signing my Geek magazine today. Thanks for coming to Toronto. I just wanted to ask you if you had any little stories or memories or funny little things that happened back in the day with Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford when you were on set for Star Wars.
I just remember now, I hope you want to try to think of something new for everyone. So I'm, you know, going through a hypnosis therapy to try to go back to the time and remember all that happened. But when we shot the trash compactor scene, that was nice. The water was freezing. And so they put us all in rubber wetsuits, which the white dress looks really good with a bunch of rubber under it. So next time you try it on for Halloween, get that going. So we were all in there, and they had all this rubber trash with us. And Mark lifted up some of the trash and said to George, "Pardon me, George, could this be Dianoga Poo Poo?" So that was an endless, sort of funny, problematic scene that we shot. And Mark screams out his social security number at the end. Remember when R2, we're in 6549? I probably shouldn't tell you that, but